RESA TV presents in 3, 2, 1, Dateline Schools with your host, Terry Harrington.
Well, this week on Dateline Schools, we're learning about the 7th Annual 21st Century Learning Symposium that's coming up on August 26th at Marysville High School. Tell us all about it. My special guest is the Director of Education Services from St. Clair County RESA, Dr. Joanne Hopper, who also happens to be the Director of the Symposium. And Joanne, what is some of the technology that's changing how we're delivering education here in St. Clair County?
Well, some of it is actually tools like iPads and Chromebooks and new graphing calculators and motion machines and detectors in science. But some of it is also in the resources we're using, the web-based resources, the digital tools, the ways that engage students differently in classes and outside of class. So you see a variety.
Are classrooms catching up to what our kids actually have technologically in their classroom or in their bedrooms and at home?
I think that's not quite happening yet. I know that was something that was mentioned at the superintendent's symposium yesterday. My granddaughter was here this week, and I gave her my iPhone. She's only 3, and I thought, I don't know if she's going to know how to use this app, and I didn't tell her, and she just, navigated through it, gravitated to the device and to the app and moved through it. And kids are really learning a lot on their own at home. We want to have our classrooms be prepared for that need.
And that's really showing how our kids are learning differently than when you and I were in school.
Yes, a lot of what we learned was rote learning and memorization, and now we're trying to teach kids to apply and to create and to think and problem solve, so it is very different.
I know you get a chance to get out in the classrooms quite a bit as you had the opportunity to work with teachers throughout the year. What kind of reaction do you get from kids where they have a teacher who really embraces and uses technology in the classroom?
I'm smiling because I'm thinking about a kid at the Innovation Fair that Marysville held. We've had several similar events in our county this year, and I walked in and there was a boy, I can still see him with a blue shirt on, and I said, how do you feel about this kind of learning? He was about a 3rd grader, and he said, it's much more exciting. Some of the learning in the classroom isn't very engaging, and this really gets you involved. And I was thinking, a 3rd grader is talking like this, and we need to be prepared. Look out high school, because I was a high school teacher.
And do you think our schools are doing a pretty good job of catching up and making sure the kids have technology available and the teachers have the skills to use it?
I do. In St. Clair County, we have our voters have supported millages in most of our school districts for technology, and we have great infrastructure. We're putting devices into classrooms. Of course, we're not where we want to be, but we're getting, we're really advancing, and our schools are doing a great job trying to keep pace.
We'll continue the conversation tomorrow. For Dateline Schools, I'm Terry Harrington.